everyone. I'm Josefina Hayek-Guerrera, and I'm a peer career advisor. Today, we're going to talk about how to put together an effective resume for your job search. In this video, we'll cover resume formatting, what information to include, and how to craft your bullet points. I'll also briefly touch on CVs. Just in case you don't know what it is, the ProReady Initiative is the College of Engineering's commitment to preparing every CU engineering student for career success. We in Engineering Career Services are dedicated to supporting the ProReady mission and are here to serve students on their career path. A resume is a quick snapshot of who you are and what you can contribute to an organization. It provides an overview of your professional qualifications, including your relevant work experience, skills, education, and notable accomplishments. It's also often the first thing an employer will use to consider whether to bring you in for an interview or not. Here are some tips for formatting your resume. In this day and age, applicant tracking systems are often the first set of eyes that view your resume. It's essentially an algorithm that scans your resume looking for keywords. So make sure you format your resume in a way that is applicant tracking system friendly. So avoid text boxes and include those keywords. Another tip is to keep your resume short. Keep in mind that your resume shouldn't be a laundry list of everything you've ever done. Remember, you can go into greater depth about experiences during an interview. So focus on your relevant skills and experience for that specific job. And keep in mind that employers often only spend 30 seconds or less scanning a resume. So building one that is concise is very important. And finally, make sure to maintain the same formatting throughout your resume. Make sure it's an easy to follow format. Here are some general formatting guidelines. Use clean, easily readable font such as Arial. Align dates on the right side of the page. Make sure that your margins are between 1/2 to 1 inch, and keep the font size between 10 to 12 point font. Your header should have your name in bold and should be 18 to 20 point font. Make sure to label your sections clearly, use bold sparingly, organize your experiences in reverse chronological order, and finally maintain a resume that is 1 page in length. So here's a quick look at a good resume that follows the guidelines that I just outlined. Now that you know how to format your resume, it's time to discuss what to include in it. Remember that just because a skill may not be technical, that doesn't mean it's not relevant. You'll want to include a header with your name, contact information, LinkedIn and/or website URL, which is optional. Next, you'll want to list your education. List your most recent degree in progress first. Bold the degree and include your minor if that's applicable. Do not include high school education unless you are in your first year of college. And include your GPA if it's 2.7 or above. And some optional subsections you can include are your study abroad experience, any minors or certificates, honors, scholarships, dean's list, and finally, you can also include relevant coursework or classes if you want. Next, you'll need to list your technical skills. First, list any programming skills you have, like C++ or MATLAB, and then list any software that you use. And then you can list lab techniques and machine shop skills, such as soldering. Then list your relevant experience, such as projects or internships. This is going to be the main portion of your resume. And finally, you can list other relevant experiences or sections like leadership experience, volunteer work, campus involvement, professional affiliations, and awards. As you're deciding what to include on your resume, don't forget to tailor the content to the position that you're applying for. So take note of the words used in the job description and adjust your resume to use the same words and phrases as you write about your skills, experiences, and qualifications. Now I'll discuss how to write your relevant experience section. So writing about your experience can often be one of the most challenging parts of writing a resume. So we recommend using this bullet point formula to make it easier. So you want to start with a skill-based action verb and describe what did you do. Explain what was your task, because this is crucial as not everyone who reads your resume will be familiar with your projects or work. Then write about how. How did you do it? Did you use any technical tools, strategies, or approaches? And finally, discuss the why. What was the purpose or result of your work? Here's an example of the bullet point formula in use. So first, updated and managed building website. So updated and manage are the skill-based action verbs, and this section describes what they did in their work within the website. Using HTML and CSS, this part breaks down how they went about building the website. And the final part is to create a more efficient and aesthetic website. This describes the result of the work. Here are some other things to keep in mind when crafting your bullet points. Make sure to list 3 to 5 bullet points per experience, and you want to list the most important accomplishment first. Watch your tenses. You can use past tense for all experiences, even for current positions, or use present tense for present experiences and past tense for all previous experiences. You'll also want to quantify statements by using a number or percentage when possible. And then also make sure to use skill-based action verbs. And finally, sentences should not exceed more than 20 words, so avoid using first-person pronouns such as I, me, and my, and articles the, and a. For example, instead of saying, I assisted customers with answering their questions and resolving their complaints, you could say, assisted customers with answering questions and resolving complaints. Before we finish out, I want to quickly touch on CVs, what they are, and when you would use one. A CV is used when applying to academic or research positions, private and public sector research roles, and some higher education administration positions. It is a comprehensive record of your research and/or teaching experience, including your education and relevant employment history, publications, conference activity, awards and achievements, and successful grant applications. So to differentiate between resumes and CVs, resumes are a snapshot of your work, school, and project experience that are relevant to the position of interest. You use this to apply to jobs in industry. And CVs are an academic or research version of a resume. It's a comprehensive list of experiences, and sometimes it can be as long as 30 pages. And you want to use it to apply to jobs in academia. If you are planning on applying to jobs in academia or research, come meet with one of our career advisors, and we can provide you with further assistance in creating your CV. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact the Engineering Career Services team, and we'll be happy to assist you.